one cannot wait. Two of the best teams that have had a little bit of up and down seasons in some respects, but nonetheless, we're in for an absolutely fantastic game.
Absolutely, BG. Just super excited. These have been, over the season, East Coast had a really good first round and then went missing, and these two have proved they deserve to be here today. And anytime you hear on the big dance is pretty special. And there's walking in here today, seeing a lot of people very excited about their sides. A couple of really, really good teams. I'm really excited. So a couple of players from Carterton I'm really excited about is Tapo Leliamanu, playing blindside today. He represented the Barbarians at the Under-20 tournament this year. Playing blindside, he can play prop as well. He'll be pretty devastating. He'll be one to watch, I think. And Sam Morrison at first five.
Oh, class player.
And he's been around last year. Carterton were unlucky to lose the final last year to Grey Down, and he had a really big game in that one. So looking for Sam as all-round game. His defence and attack, I think, is pretty special. BG. So
yeah, no, it's going to be a very, very interesting final. Actually, we saw some earlier competition with the intent to move the ball wide from both Marist and Tuharangi. It'll be interesting to see how that goes today with the Premier final. We're very fortunate to have Sideline and two champions of the What About You campaign, Mark Childs and Anton Persigo. So we'll head down to them and find out
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Trust House Memorial Park. It's time for the big show, Carterton versus Marist in the Moose Kapene Cup Grand Final. Childsy, what should we expect to see?
Well, we're at the big dance, and what a day. There's a big crowd here. The stand is nearly full. Look, I think it comes down to three things in these finals. These two teams like to play attacking rugby, so I feel the team that controls possession the best, doesn't give up that ball easily, will potentially tire the opposition out a lot more and take advantage of opportunities. There's a few one-on-one matchups I'm really looking forward to in this match today. So the other part of it is obviously defence. Defence wins comps.
Yep.
And you saw last year with Greytown holding their line at the end, that defensive effort won Greytown that match. And I feel if Carterton can get ahead in this match with only 5 or 10 minutes to go, I think they've got a lot of resolve this season, and I'd predict them to come out on top. But it'll be a fascinating match.
Okay, some of the selections when we're going through the program before Childsy, you had a question mark around number 10 for Marist?
Well, not a question mark. I think Puatuff is a fine player, but I see that Gerald's popped. He's popped Alan Malatai on the bench. I thought he might have started at 9 and Paddy Gluck moved to 10, and maybe Puatuff are back to fullback. But look, Gerald and Joe, they obviously know what they're doing. They know their players more intimately than I do. The Carterton team's pretty predictable. Unfortunately, they're missing Logan Wakefield due to a fractured foot today. That's a massive loss, but there's a lot of strike power out wide with the Seti Waka and Fiola Tamilau there, and a couple of big ball runners in the forwards with Tupo Leliamanu and Jack Loader will take a lot of ball up today. So again, watch out for some of those matchups out here.
Okay, who are you predicting, Childsy?
Well, look, if Carterton are ahead with 5 to 10 minutes to go, I think they'll hang on. I think it's the year. Daryl Pickering, for one, what is he? It's into his fifth final, fifth final. Hasn't won one yet. I'd love for Daryl to win the championship. He's a top bloke and been a great leader for the Carterton club. But if Marist get on a roll with their bench in the second half, like the Tawhiti coming on, potentially they could pull away from them.
Okay, what's pick a score for me, Childsy?
I'd say Carterton 29, Marist 25.
Ooh, now talking about pick the score, if you're watching the show this morning, we were a little bit short on sponsors, but Childsy and myself hustled overnight, and we've managed to come up with a bit of a prize pool. So the pick the score is about to close. Childsy, what have we got now?
Well, we've got some unconditional money from
We like that.
And Elite Drainage. So Joe and Dave, thanks very much for your $500 each. So that's $1,000 unconditional. We've got $8 from Persico.
$8?
Unconditional.
Unconditional $8 though. It's better than $1,000 conditional from Tawhiti Isaac.
Tawhiti Isaac's conditional upon one of the two captains scoring a try today. So potentially though, if that happens, it's $2,008 pick the score.
Plus a sheet from Tora. So thank you very much, Tora Boyne. Now Tora will be celebrating right now because Tuarangi have just won the Ryan Cup and won it quite comfortably against Marist, Childsy.
They have a fantastic victory to Tuarangi, and look, I hear possibly they've got a new recruit next season, Persico. You're living out there.
Well, yeah, plus there was a little bit of a side bet that if they did beat Marist, that I'd sign up for Tuarangi next year. So I'm thinking the comeback position will be the wing for me. That way I can still chat with the touch judges and crowd.
You could probably play with your headset on as well.
Okay.
Yeah. But weather conditions, look, it's cold, pretty chilly, 9 degrees, but there's no rain, and very little wind out here, so we should be in for a cracker of a match. Can't wait.
Okay, we're going to go back to you, BG, Tony Lyford, and Wairarapa's favourite politician, Kieran McAnulty. Let's go, BG! That's good. Good timing too.
Yeah, absolutely. He was the absolutely outstanding player 2 years ago.
All right.
So we've got to find someone to put this on. We're just for now.
So that's pretty huge, you know. Ali Payne's been a scoreboard. We're not blessed with
have both been around rugby for a very, very long time. All right, live commentary set to get underway on the Wairarapa Bush Facebook page and, of course, on Wairarapa TV. Well, Tony, look, little wind. We saw earlier on the games, both East Coast, Greytown and Tikaragia Marist loving the opportunity to spin that ball wide. Then we got the odd sort of light misty shower in, and there was a few more drop balls. There isn't any rain forecast this afternoon, but looking out towards the East Coast, it's a bit misty out there.
Yeah, look, definitely, but I don't think it'll have any impact playing on this turf, as we know from watching a lot of rugby here now.
Yep.
The rain doesn't seem to do anything to it. It might make the ball a touch slippery, but not a lot to it.
All right, so Carterton on the northern side of the ground, they kicking off north to south. Marist set to receive as the Moose Kapene Cup 2022 final gets underway. Welcome into our viewers from right across Wairarapa, the entire Mutu, and in fact the world. There's plenty of support coming in from England for Carterton as well.
And as Sam Morrison kicks off there, it's taken early, nice hit up there straight away, in there by Marist. It's ball's about 6 metres outside there, 22. Paddy Gluck with his left foot there, educated left foot, kicking it down. It's a nice take there by the Carterton winger. We'll get all the names sorted shortly. That's Tami Lau there on the left wing.
Big welcome as well into all our viewers in Tonga. I know there's quite a few supporters over there. Their boys playing in the Carterton side, so welcome. Great to have you here.
And there's Tapo. He's the one to watch for today, number 6. He will have many hit-ups. He's absolutely powerhouse. Marshall Lobb there with another hit-up for Carterton going to their game, as they've been all year. And that's been there. It's a knock on there from Marist. And there's Clogie. Clogie with the big break up the middle for Carterton early. Love it. Carterton looking to recycle that ball quickly with Pickering. Pickering there to the centre. And that's, as you all know, that's Inia Kartia, who's very well known to Wairarapa supporters. But he's coming back for the penalty.
Oh, well, some beautiful structure coming in from Carterton straight off there. It's about the pick and go and setting up their pods and getting the basics right. And I think in any condition, in any game, you get the basics right and you're off to a fantastic start.
It's a great point, BG. In Carterton, they don't tend to go away from that too much. They've got some speedy backs, but they have big, strong forwards that like doing hit-ups. And they stay close to that. And that's how they've played all year, and they've been really hard to beat.
It's been really good to see. I mean, Michael Cloak's break there was just from that simple play of drawing the defenders in and creating the space, creating the holes, and he ran a very clean line. It was brilliant.
Yep, absolutely. Just from that tip ball, wasn't it? And that's Carterton very much know their game right now, and taking the early shot at goal here, Sam Morrison. You mentioned him early, BG, before the game, as one to watch for Carterton. He's just been around a few years now, Sam, out of Wairarapa College, and he's played 18 to 20 games for Wairarapa Bush now at first 5, and he's maybe his 3rd final.
Yeah, look, I rate Sam. I think Sam's an exceptional player. The 10s are going to be very, very interesting because they're going to have to control this game.
Yep, they very, and Sam's also.
Missed that. Oh, valuable points. Well, early pressure. Is it Billy's shot at goal?
Bisco, you've got to call it how it actually is, not just because you're a marathon.
This game's been going for all of a minute.
Does the drop out. Going down deep there. There it is, it's at the back of the ruck. Pickering there, passing it to Marshall with the hit up, about 4 wide of the ruck. Carterton getting Pickering in there, quick digging, out to Morrison. Morrison taking a little run at the line there. Nice defence from Marist.
Beautiful carry too, nice, 2 hands, giving himself an option there. It's Pickering fits it out.
That's fullback Walker. He's quite exciting, BG, Walker.
Yeah,
Eddie Walker. Yeah, me too. Pickering there out to Cloak. Cloak standing at first receiver. Does the little dummy there. Number 19, Tawamotu. He has come into the starting lineup, we think. And we think it could be at second 5 for Wright.
Yeah, Brandon Wright. He's a bit of a bulldozer with the ball, is Brandon. Referee Payne saying, yep, shoulder there, no arm tackle. And so we'll go for the option. But the ball is not a good kick. It hasn't gone out. So Paddy Gluck will reply in turn. That ball
So two early errors there from Carterton.
Here we
Missed
go.
kick.
He's beaten 3. And he's made a real good incision there, Asiri Walker. The boy, it's an average pass there from Carterton.
Nice tackle, BG.
Huge pressure, but Jack's power gets him out of trouble there by having a nice 3-metre burst, getting
Toby
on the front foot. Pickering digging, looking to Sam Morrison. Out to Tawamotu. Tawamotu makes the break, number 19. He makes the break and he's still going. He's looking for support, the big man. He goes to the ground there. Carterton there in numbers early. Pickering digging. Beautiful. Comes out there to number 5, Lockie McFadden, another stalwart of Carterton Rugby and Wairarapa Bush Rugby. Pickering digging there early. Goes out. Oh, Inia Kartia there, flying in, taking a really, really good line. Carterton there recycling. 5 metres out from the line here to Jack Loader. It's his second hit up of this movement. Pickering in there, going hard, and then it's going to Carterton there, just keeping it close, sitting there.
I think they want to score first.
Leomanu, here we go, the big man. Ooh, great defence there from Marist.
Well, we talked about defence earlier. Charles and touched on it too. Defensive teams win games, and this will really test the Marist side.
Yeah, it absolutely will. There's Tami Lau. He's very dangerous runner as well as Velau Tami Lau. And there's an here. Pass it out to Tawamotu. Tawamotu looks like he might have scored in the corner. Number 19.
All right, bit of conversation here between assistant referee Chris Jeffries, referee Alistair Payne.
Sui Tucker. Tawamotu. He made the starting lineup, and it's referee Payne is awarded at BG, so that's a very big start there for Carterton.
Just over 5 minutes into the match, and we've got a bit of a limp going on there, Tony.
Ooh,
it's not a good start.
No, so that's a really interesting change from Carterton. So Brandon Wright was named to start,
yeah,
and they've brought this man in, and he scored within 6 minutes.
Yeah, very, very good start for Carterton. As we see, the misty rain we talked about earlier out to the east has descended on Trust House Memorial Park. We've got another player down over there as well. Look, Marist are going to have to be asking themselves some questions. That move, that try really came from a break in the line of one of the backs that created the space where the hole was, and that has resulted in a 5-pointer.
Yeah, that's right. In Carterton, if you Aseti Walker's break there, when he beat 3 or 4 people, he went back to his big forwards and they go straight to work. You've got Jack Loader got a poor pass, but he was strong enough to get the ball, get him forward 3 metres for his forwards to get around him, and then Tapo did a couple of hit-ups in that set.
Yep.
They're very, very good at going back to what they know, Carterton, and Marist are going to have to be really on their boil.
Yep, as the kick gets lined up, 5-0.
As Morrison strikes it nicely, but still puts that one to the left of the post, BG.
Second miss for Morrison today. Bit of finals fever, do you think, Tony? There's a lot of pressure out there as soon as you get out there. It's controlling the nerves, and this is where the senior players need to be talking to the younger members of the team. There's a lot of caps in that Carterton side too.
There is. And they were in that final last year, so they were here on the big dance, and they know, and they wanted to come back. They felt they were unlucky last year, and they've come straight out and gone to work, which is pretty exciting. So, see, Chris Jeffries here has just had a chat to the referee. So, Tawamotu is still down after scoring the try, and he's got quite a big. He's put a huge ankle, right ankle. He's got a
That's half a roll of tape on that, actually. I think sideline Anton Persico and Mark Childs.
Cold.
Falling showers here, Carterton. Fantastic
control there. The first 5 minutes of the match, through multiple phases. And a great try down the side there to Sui Tucker. Troy Mortal, who also made another big break. So, great start to the match. I just noticed a bit of a great start, Cubs.
Yeah, and Charles, what did you make of that tackle? That looked like a shoulder that could have had head contact.
Yeah, I thought Ollie Payne might have done a bit more about that with that head high.
Okay, now back to you guys.
Excellent, thanks team. All right, so yeah, it's been an interesting start to the second half now with Carterton penalised there for not rolling away, was that, Tony?
So there, yeah, it was, and that was a really nice run from, it looks Papasua coming back from the back there, BG, and he made some nice yardage, and it resulted in a penalty which Gluck has put down to the Carterton 22. So here we go, Marist get their first opportunity, which is exciting with Tua Levy.
First look at the lineouts too, and we've gone short.
And I like Tua Levy. He can play a bit in the loose forwards as well. He's a mobile, and it goes. Then they goes there to Goodgie at the back, and it's overthrown there. And there's McFadden takes it on. Jack Loader there on the burst with power. That's a slightly high tackle, but ruled it was just under. Pickering in there digging out, and it goes back. Oh, it's a knock on there from Nasiri Walker. And Marist here pouring the pressure on.
Right. This is where they need to really put the pressure on Carterton, but no, we've gone back for the knock on. The scrum in favour of Marist, just outside just inside the 22 at the northern end of the ground.
So that little bit of misty rain, we know it's not going to have a big impact, but it's like a bit of a dew when it gets like this on this field. It just sort of sits on top.
Yeah, I reffed a game earlier this year on here, Tony, and it was similar conditions, and all it did was, the field conditions are still fantastic, but the ball gets slippery, and that's where, added into final nerves, the team that settles into that quicker will be the better for it. So attacking scrum for Marist just inside the 22, so about 20 odd metres out from the Carterton line. As the ball goes into the scrum, Marist they're looking to use their back line now.
As it goes out to the Marist backs here, and Solly Malatai puts a nice ball there into the centre there, who hits it up, and it's not such a great pass, and it goes out. That's a big out there for Carterton. That's basically, when it goes out like that off a bit of a weak turn, it's almost like a turnover in rugby. It's just Marist just needed to set early. Maybe Solly just hitting that ball up at second 5.
It was interesting. He looked a little hesitant with the ball in hand. Do I pass or do I look for the chip over the top? But the Carterton defensive structure certainly came to the fore there, and it just made sure that it limited Marist's options for attack.
Yeah, absolutely. But I just think early, like Carterton did, they just went direct early.
Yes.
And Solly Malatai is such a beautiful runner with the ball that I think just direct and hard and set some targets for your Lucies. Just get over that ball, everybody gets into the game, and you start to get into your rhythm of phases.
Absolutely. So we've got a Marist play down there.
I think it might be Solly.
It's a bit of blood. Quite a bit of blood, actually. So we kind of get that looked at. Bleeding nose.
Didn't see that incident, but anyway, it's going to be a Carterton line out.
Mickey Tufari, the very experienced player coming onto the field, and he'll slot in there at second row.
He's been around a long time, playing for Marist and Greytown over the years. Mickey, good fella. It's good to see him still running around.
Oh, he loves it.
He does.
And as you know, mate, you're a long time retired.
Carterton
chip over the top. The Minister Timmett, but it's gone forward. Referee Payne says no, it's come off the finger, it's gone forward. It'll be a 15-metre scrum in favour of Marist, right on the 22.
So here's that opportunity, BG, that we talked about. Like, let's just Marist just need to set some targets here. Like Mickey Tafari, just set some targets here and just hit it right up into that midfield. I mean, we also want to test out Tawamotu's right ankle.
Yeah,
just run some traffic at him and see what happens, see how nimble he is,
No one wants to get injured at training. You definitely don't want to get injured in the final, and especially that early. Only 10 minutes gone on the clock.
And the scrum battle, we'll just play that by ear and see. It should be a good battle on paper.
You look at Blair Hemmingstone, what, over 100 games for Carterton?
I'd say well over. I'd say a couple of hundred.
Yeah, I think last I looked, I think something like 179 caps for his club. So
is that right? Okay,
that's impressive.
Yeah, he's been a stalwart of Carterton Club, and he's been carrying a knee injury, but he's very committed to the cause. As Paddy Gluck here puts it in right on the 22. That's a good scrum from Carterton. There's a lot of pressure coming there from Marshall Loeb on the loose head, and Payne has said no. That's taking it down. Tight head prop there, Michael Brown from Marist. just couldn't quite take the pressure of Marshall Loeb.
Yeah, you'd see the pack weights. Carterton will certainly have the edge there, but as you know, it's not just weight in a scrum, it's also the tactics that you employ and the technicalities you employ that could be the difference. And that, I think, was a combination of both of those.
100%. They've also got some really good locks. So Lockie McFadden's been around forever. Played a lot of games for Bush, and you've got Clogie, who's a workaholic.
Oh, look at that.
As we see a streaky here, and I know that if we were on Sky, we wouldn't be able to look at that, but now we're here in the local comp. Good on you, buddy.
But just to make a point, for everyone that has been a streaker at a game, that's an actual streak.
That's an actual streak. You know, I'm going to be cheeky and say it might be a Turangi boy, eh? They love it, those Turangi boys. They just had a victory.
He's just realised the back gates are locked.
He can't get out. I hope he doesn't get anything caught here on the jump over.
Oh, that looked awkward.
Let's get back to the game here, and that
one hasn't gone straight, I think. The obvious distraction is
from Hone Vela there, couldn't quite get it straight early, so Marist get that ball back. So it'll be interesting to see here how the Marist tight head prop Michael Brown copes with Marshall Loeb, because he put a lot of heat on him in that first scrum, BG, and he's going to have to deal with that.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to step up now, because...
Do you know much about Michael? Is he a young fella? Has he been around?
Yeah, he's a young fella. He's played a game for the Marist Senior Reserves 3 or 4 years ago, was picked up and straight into the Premier years, and then following that, I think he had about a year off.
Okay.
And then he came back, and he's a very well-loved school teacher at Wanappa College.
Okay, cool. So that's good to hear. Just didn't know much about him, so that's good, BG. Thanks for that background.
And he won't want to get injured because Mondays they're back at work. So
after the school holidays. So that was a reset there. I think referee Payne will allow too many resets with the way that's being refereed these days. As Gluck puts into the scrum here, and this is Stan Wright on the near side for Marist, the loose head prop. As Gluck puts it in, and that's a slightly better scrum for Marist, still wheeling around.
Gerald Pickering has a look. No. Oh,
that's a nice shot there.
Yeah, it is.
Was that on the number 8 there? Was it Marcus Ali from Marist? And that's going out there to Stan Wright. That's a nice hit up from the big man. Good stuff. That's nice.
He's bunked off one. He's hitting 2.
And there's Marcus Ali again with the second hit up there. He picked it up from that scrum as well, did Marcus.
Michael Brown calling for the ball.
He just gets over there. So this is good. I mean, I know Marist are inside their own half here, but they're just getting through some phases. And Paddy Gluck's educated left boot there. Right down to the right winger Daniel, who's got pressure on him, but beats one beautifully and puts a little chip in there. Is it going to find space? Oh, it's just went out on the full there as touched Judge Simmons. So it's going to be a line out to Marist. So Marist's first line out was an overthrow. Tua Levy just needs to hit his mark early. He's got some good jumpers there with James Goodger. Great to see Goodgie back, BG.
Yeah, fantastic. And I know he had a bit of a dodgy ankle a couple of weeks ago, but you've got Peter Beach in there, who's fantastic.
Who's awesome.
Corey Reid, and of course James Goodger. So great line-out options. We've just got to make sure that ball goes to hand. But they've gone back. In fact, they've gone back about 20-odd metres.
A late tackle he's calling, referee Payne. So he's calling a late tackle on the kick. So the kicker got late tackled. So it's gone back to the mark for the penalty as Pickering puts it down really deep inside the Carterton 22.
Right, so massive opportunity now. Probably looking at 18 metres.
So as Solly Malatai returns to play after the blood bin, so he's back out there. So watch for Tapo here, standing just inside Sam Morrison for the big hit up here if Carterton win this line out. He's an extremely strong runner, is Tapo Leamanu. Oh, Peter Beach. Oh, he knocked it on, unfortunately, for Carterton, for Marist. So that means Carterton have lost that impetus. Well done by Peter Beach there. I know he knocked it on, but he stopped. That was a very dangerous move from Carterton.
Yeah, it's interesting watching the line-out, certainly in the last game. Marist struggled a lot too, having they were very, very dominant on theirs and their opposition's line-out ball. So now we're going to go back to the scrum, which is so far been very much in favour of the Maroons.
It certainly has, which actually surprised me. I know Carterton's a good competitive forward pack, but I didn't think so. I thought that'd be very even battle. So well done, early doors to Carterton. As Pickering puts it in, gets nice ball straight back and to Pickering. Pickering there to Toi Motu, and he hits it up with that right ankle heavily strapped.
It doesn't look like he's running with confidence in it, does he?
No, he certainly doesn't. Out to Jack Loader. He'll carry all day, will Jack. That's what he loves to do. Out to Pickering. Pickering to Sam Morrison, trying to spot a little hole there as Sam Morrison. It's good defence there from Marist, from Marcus Harley that was.
Great work from the Carterton forwards to protect that ball, but not commit too many at the same time.
And there goes Zasedi Walker. He's just dangerous every time he touches the ball, Zasedi. And there's Lockie McVasden. And there's another hit up. See, this is Carterton getting back through their phases there. Oh, can't do that. Corey Reid just letting Daryl know. Hi, Daryl. So yeah, Carterton just getting back into their game early. That's what they do. They're very good at setting their pods and working through.
Peter Beach getting the word there. You know, you're in your own 22. Let's not go too many penalties.
Corey Reid's another stalwart of Wairarapa Rugby. Corey would be in his late 30s, and he's still out there and going hard.
Oh, he's playing like he's in his early 20s, of course.
Love it.
He'll love us saying that.
Absolutely. As Carterton decide to take the shot at goal here. So it's 5 points to 0 to Carterton after 16 minutes play. And Sam Morrison lining up the penalty here right in front of the posts.
Great to see messages of support coming in from people that are watching this coverage, Tony, from all over the country. Message coming through there from Wellington. Nice. Which is fantastic. And I wonder whether young Andy's watching this in England at the moment, actually. So flick us a note, mate. We'd love to hear from you. So looking to convert Sam Morrison this penalty.
Goes in, hits it BG, right down the middle.
Yeah, 8-0. Carterton now leading over Marist in the Moose Kapene Cup final. Just on almost 17 minutes gone.
Also another Marist stalwart there that he started off at Grannon, has moved over to Perth. I wonder if old Andy McCarty's watching this today. Flick us a message there, Baldy.
I'm sure he is. Big shout out to Sniffer the crew in Perth as well, who I know will be sitting in front of this.
As Pua Tuffa kicks off there to Seti Walker, picking it up from fullback, and he puts a nice clearance kick back down, and it's about on the 40-metre line, and so it's 10 metres into Carterton's territory there.
What I love about this game and this club final is you can be anywhere in the world, but you will be affiliated to a club somewhere along the line, and the messages of support on social media and that we're getting through here are fantastic. I know that old Kuro Willie Paku will be watching this. I understand Troy Putter is in town. Yep. And he's done a little bit of work with East Coast, Ngāti East Coast, and around that, so that is fantastic.
And that's a nice run in there in the midfield from Stan Wright again. He's getting through his work earlier, Stan Wright. That was his 4th hit up today.
Centre field position now for Marist. They're looking at options. A little bit laboured on that pass. A little tougher looks to kick for, and he's done it well, actually. Just shy of the 22.
So I like those tactics in a final. So it's 8-0 down. They just need to keep Carterton down there. Carterton's a very big pack, so you've got to try and push them backwards.
Well, it's about composure too, isn't it? It's going, what do we do? What are we going to do to play this smart and get ourselves in a position that the pressure is going on the opposition?
And there's Big Tapo in the midfield like we talked about. Carterton, he's very tough to tackle, and Carterton seemed to run him off the first 5 from their first phase lineouts.
And there's Cartier.
Ooh, look out, and that's play on. That's play on.
Brilliant move.
I absolutely love it.
Flick it back. We've learned something from the Irish. Look at that.
And Papasua again there, BG. And the fullback for Marist. Yep. Just hits that back in. So then Marist now is starting to get through some phases. That's our second phase.
Non-committal to the right, Carterton. They want to make sure their defensive line is strong. Their ABCs or guard dogs or whatever term you might use it in your club.
Oh yeah, so that was a strong hit up from Tua Levy there, the hooker, and it just got them on the front foot, and Carterton had to offend to try and get the ball, so good stuff, and referee Payne, as always, straight onto it, having a good game.
You mentioned earlier, Tony, that he can also play the loose forwards. He's quite an effective number 8, because he does have some wheels, so he is a good option around the park if there changes need to be made, certainly in that front row.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's interesting. Carterton's got a bit of the same with Tupo Leamanu at blindside today for Carterton. He's also very comfortable in the front row. That's where he plays a lot of his rugby. So it's interesting how that comes through in club rugby. Probably with the depth, BG?
Well, yeah, depth. And I think, these days, the more versatile player you are, the better off we're going to be for the team, right? So we're about, 38 metres?
Yep. 38 metres. I heard Goodgie, did he go 100% last week, Goodgie, with his kicking?
Nothing would surprise me with James Goodgie.
Gosh, he's just, like BG mentioned, he had an ankle injury a couple of weeks ago. Comes out and then goes to semi-final and kicks at 100%,
Unbelievable. So he's 17 metres in from the eastern side of touch, with about a 38-metre kick on a slight angle. So it's been well within his range, well within his accuracy limits. We've certainly seen that in the past. Actually won Marist the final a couple of years ago.
And it's just gone to the right of the post there, and it's just gone over. So this will be a 22 dropout here for Carterton. So Goodgie's going to have a bit of a sighter.
He won't be happy with himself, but he's of that senior ilk that he can shake it off and continue on and not let that phase him too much.
So Sam Morrison here, who's going to be taking the dropout.
Both sides in the final two have had senior reserve sides, albeit one combined, in the final stage.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Seeing a lot of the old stalwarts out today. It's been awesome. As Puatafa puts up the midfield bomb, old-fashioned, I love it. And Asiri Walker knocks it on.
That's a terrible mistake.
Oh, wow, the old midfield bomb. Love it. The Gary Owen, as it used to be called. That's awesome.
Thanks to Rabbit for the message. I'm sure Ellie would love a test match. Yeah, look, it's those moments in finals that can completely change a game, because if chins and chests at this particular time, that's where it can go south. But, we talked earlier about the amount of caps, particularly on that Carterton side, and this is where the senior players go, don't worry about it, move on.
Absolutely. So, interesting facet of this scrum is Carterton probably don't want to wheel this because it's a midfield scrum, so you want to push straight through this one, otherwise it gives the number 8 a line.
Yep.
Marcus Ali, who we know is a very good player, Marcus.
Yeah, exactly. Strong ball runner. He's won semi-finals and to put Grayton into the final, which they went on to win. And you've got the likes of quite a bit of experience, actually, more so in the middle row for Marist.
Yeah, definitely. So just watch for this Mark Carterton try and push straight through here. If this wheels, it'll be in Marist's favour, and Marcus will pick up and go with the wheel, which will be the left. So Carterton just need to try and push straight through this if they're good enough. As Gluck puts in here. And there goes that push that I was talked about. So but no, Marcus has decided to go Paddy Gluck there. Passes it out. It's a nice pass from Gluck. Oh, you can't do that anymore. But those very experienced referees, Carterton taking exception to that. As Payne will just settle this whole thing down and chat to touch judge Chris Jeffries, who's very experienced as well, BG.
Yeah, he has. I mean, both of these guys, Ellie Payne and Chris Jeffries, have done multiple finals. They've done, sort of the assistant referee's job in Heartland games. There'll be a lot of discussion. Peter Beach will be asking some big questions on this. At the end of the day, a player in the air, past the horizontal, there's got to be some discussion.
But it looks like they've just said no.
Happy with it?
They must have ruled it was accidental. Just one of those things.
Well, I think the credit's got to go to Carterton as well, because once you realise the error, it's about then correcting it and safely putting the player back on the ground.
Great call. So Carterton get the scrum here. And they're about 30 metres out from their own line.
There's a bit of frustration there for Marist, Tony, but I think the right call was made.
And that's a good stand right there. Jack Loader picks up from number 8 and takes it to the open side of the field. There's Pickering digging in there. Pass it back to Morrison. Morrison with the educated right boot. And it's found space, and it looks like it's going to go out. Great nudge from Sam Morrison.
Lovely kick.
Just relieving those pressure and keeping those big forwards moving forward.
Yeah, a bit of a shout out to young Hayden, who could be here today. He's actually with his whānau in Rarotonga, so Jackson crew. Hope you're having a wonderful time over there, and I hope it's certainly a little bit warmer. But great to have you watching the live stream.
As Tui Levy there goes to Beach at the front of the line out. Takes it well, does Beachy.
Yeah, lovely wee twist to the body there, actually, just to get that position right.
Puatafa there.
Oh, it's a lovely hole.
That's
a fantastic
beautiful break there by Marist.
Oh, it's a step.
And he's still going.
Waka looking for the tackle. He's missed him.
Matiatai.
Marist are in. That is a fantastic try.
Charles Matiatai.
Oh, look at that. Will Jordan eat your heart out. That was fantastic.
Absolutely. he ran an absolutely beautiful line. We'll see it on the replay. Absolutely magnificent. You watch the line he runs there.
It's about the line. And Tony, he had a brief look around for support. I'm not sure really whether it was there or not. I was too busy watching him. But he just backed himself and just went, no, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it on the afterburners, and he's done very, very well. But missed tackles from Carterton. You've got to be asking questions of the 14 and 15.
Absolutely.
He's asked those questions.
Yeah.
And Carterton were found wanting for answers.
We're not going to see a replay here by the look of this one, but that's okay. It was just a beautiful line there. It was a nice flat ball, and he hit it coming on the inside line. straight through, and as BG's pointed out, goes around the wing of Daniel, and then goes into score. That's a brilliant. It was about 60 metres out. So brilliant for Marist. Great stuff. That makes it 8 points to 5 to Carterton with the conversion to come from Goodgie. 25 minutes gone.
A couple of messages coming through. Some of the best footage of a streaker I've ever seen. And a big kia ora to John Booth, who is in Wellington today. Great to have you watching, JB. And yeah, it's certainly that has made the final that little bit more exciting. What a curve.
Goodgie puts it straight down the middle.
What a curve on that kick. It is 8-7. Carterton maintained the lead following the earlier try and penalty. But that misty rain has certainly well settled in.
It has, Childsy.
Yeah,
on the sideline there.
Thank goodness Mark Childs is not a meteorologist, that's all I can say.
As Sam Morrison here to take the drop out from halfway to restart.
The ability to shake off what's just happened will be key for Carterton now as Marist take it up.
Marcus Ali.
Marcus Ali, strong runner with the ball. We mentioned that earlier. Marist looked to reset. Carterton again not committing too many to the right, which is a very good move. The box kick in place. Plenty of time there for Carterton to take that. Tamilau running it back and making some good yards as well. He's gone about another 7 or 8 metres from where he took the catch.
Carterton get the penalty. What was that for, BG?
Just looking for the hand signal from referee Payne.
Not rolling
away.
That's not a great one from Marist. If they could have just, they had Carterton on halfway there. They've just scored. And good educated left boot there from Gluck, kicking it down.
Oh, fantastic.
Just needed to be disciplined on defence there, BG.
And I think that tactical kicking, and what you'd notice the difference between the grass and the turf too, is the ball will slide a little bit more along the plastic turf than it will on your traditional rugby field. So you've got to be able to take those things into account. I've stolen the line-out ball though, Marist.
Stand right. The prop winning the line out gets the put on his stats.
Good to see you.
And Gluck there with another lovely kick. Great kick from Paddy Gluck, just putting it down there with his left foot.
This is your classic tactical wet weather rugby. It's all about territory and field position, isn't it?
And both teams at the moment are just, it's a bit of a Marist hit, Carterton hit, Marist hit, mistake. It's the team here is going to make the least mistakes. As Hone Vella throws in there to McFadden, nicely done.
Beautiful.
Pickering there, Toi Motsu. That's a big, strong run from the big man with the strapped right ankle. Out to Clogue. Clogue there just taking it back on the inside line there, which he can go back to his big forwards with the blowout. Pickering with his right boot. Puts it down deep here.
Could be a day for box kicks, man.
Yeah, looks like it. He's been quite dangerous, the fullback here, eh? Papasul when he returns it. Pickering there, back to Clogue. Back there.
He's everywhere. He's a fit man. He is a fit man.
And Tamilau, he wants to have a go. He wants to see what he can do. But Marist there with a nice line of defence. And it's play on. Marist get the turnover. Solly Malatai here to Paddy Gluck. Paddy Gluck going wide. Paddy Gluck just a nice dummy.
Lovely draw pass. Oh, just that we knocked on there from the winger.
Michael Martin just couldn't quite hold on to that. If he could have just held on and cut inside, it would have been because Marist had a whole big back line on the open side.
Yeah, they did. A bit of a reset ball would have been good, but there's a discussion here about potentially a full pass. Yeah, there is. So it's a full pass, and Carterton will take the feed.
So from seeing the try to the centre earlier, Charles Matiatai, I want to see that guy get some more ball.
Absolutely.
I want to see him with,
What an exciting player to watch.
Wow, where did that come from? That was an amazing try, right?
That was really, really good.
We hadn't seen him the whole game. We were 25 minutes in.
I hadn't even mentioned his name.
So
he comes out to score.
let's get him some ball, Marist.
But what that does show you is, look at the dangers around the field in both teams' backlines.
Yes.
You've got strong ball runners, you've got good line runners, and I think we're going to be in for a very, very exciting afternoon.
Big Toa Matu again, the try scorer. Hits it up in the midfield there from second 5. And there's Pickering to Jack Loader. Always willing to run Jack Loader. Loves
big
it.
carry from him. It's a big hit, but it's been stripped.
But he's knocked it on. And there's a penalty there.
Was it a knock on or a strip?
Yeah.
It was stripped.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, referee's Payne's really close to the action there and saw what was going on, and Marist kept the penalty here, and this is right in front, 36 metres from the not wanting to put the commentator's curse on Goodgie, but all things being even, Goodgie will put this over.
Yeah, well, we've seen him kick extremely well, not only through club seasons, but he has kicked a little bit for websites as well.
For sure.
And there's not many sixers in the country that do a team's kicking.
No, there's not. I watched a WPC game, the Farah Palmer Cup this morning, and the Auckland prop was taking some shots at goal.
Outstanding.
That was she was handy too, to be fair.
Oh, look, we've seen Fords, plenty of Fords kick in the past. Need I mention John Hills?
It just brings back bad memories.
Yeah, it does.
To be fair.
It does.
As Goodgie lines this up here, 37 metres out, right in front of the posts, taking his time, takes a couple of steps in, hits it nicely,
very well,
and straight over.
Yep. So Marist will take the lead now, and the score quickly becomes 10 points to 8. Boy, oh boy, this is going to be what an arm wrestle, though. This is what you want from finals footy, a good old-fashioned arm wrestle.
Absolutely. To be fair, I think Carterton's dominated the possession, and but that beautiful break from Marist, that beautiful bit of play, has taken this game now, and Marist are now in front. Love it.
Yep, this is great, and the good thing is that rain is cleared now. It's still going to be slippery because there's a little bit of water that is held on the turf, but I don't think.
Gluck just ploughs it up from the kickoff, wasn't it? It can't have been, because he kind of got back to his feet there. As Marist looked to get the ball out there, then Gluck goes to that left foot again with the box kick.
Oh, look, it's all on here.
Goodgie accidentally knocks that one on, so it's a play on to Carterton. Tapo has the ball in the midfield, and he's always hard to stop, his big Tapo. Goes to Darryl, to Morrison with his educated right boot there, puts it across. Is it going to hit the turf? It does. Trouble.
Oh, it's a bounce.
Trouble.
It's a great bounce.
Oh, Solly Malatai saves the day.
Thank goodness for that, although Carterton will be the ones that are going to get the ball back, and you're going to look to see some, I don't know, do you go midfield crash here?
That's what they've been looking to do. They've been putting Tapo at first 5, but Tapo's gone out to second 5 here, the big man. It goes to McFadden, nice to Pickering, out to Brendan Wright, there at second 5, and he's going for the crash. So he's come on, so Toi Mutu has finally succumbed to his right ankle injury.
Yep.
Right ankle injury, sorry. As it goes to Morrison there to Loader. Loader one-on-one. He's hard to tackle, but he breaks the first tackle, does Loader. Carterton looking to recycle there. A steady Walker, and there's an advantage here to Carterton, so they're going to get a free shot. Because even if they knock it on, they're going to get the penalty. So Carterton here just need to get through some phases. McFadden there out to Morrison. Morrison to Wright. Wright looking to cut inside. That's how he likes to do it. He likes to just go straight.
But again, strong runner with the ball, and so not a bad replacement at 12.
No, that's right. Katia puts the little chip in there to Hone Vella. Can Hone get there? Hone can't, so they'll come back for the penalty there to Carterton.
Oh, let's be honest, a hooker would have loved that.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the same tactic you actually have seen the Hurricanes employ in the past with Dane Coles out there. That exact move is that we're going to plug that corner, and they've shown intent now. Darryl Pickering's made those kicks before, but we've got a card. There's a yellow card.
Corey Reid, is it?
No, I'm not quite sure who is. One of the younger members.
So Corey's off the field. So we must have missed a substitution down here. So you said it's been a deliberate knockdown here to the young man.
Right.
That's what he's calling.
Always controversial, that rule, Tony.
So Lindique, number 14.
Marist without a winger now.
Ryan Tian Lindique.
He won't make an appearance again in this half, actually, with 33 minutes gone.
Sorry, and I'm not sure whether Corey has... So Corey came into the game with a hamstring strain, so whether he succumbed to that. So we'll keep you up to date with that. Tom Campbell, would he come on to lock?
Yeah, potentially. Corey's still fully stripped, he's not wearing a jacket or anything, so there's questions being asked now about whether or not maybe he can go back on.
Okay, so anyway, let's get back to the play here. Marist, so Carterton's got a really good opportunity. They've spawned the shot at goal and said no, even though it's 10-8 behind. They want to have a go. They feel pretty confident here, so they're about 10 metres from the Marist line and about 15 metres in. Right on the 15-metre line, actually. As Loader picks up to Pickering, inside to Tapo, it went back. Oh no, Payne ruled a knock on there. So, well, it was good defence from Marist.
Yeah, it was.
BG.
Hard luck. I actually did expect a bit of a blindside move there with no right winger for the green and white. So
yeah, that's a great call. That just needed to be a bit more communication there. You're absolutely right.
No right winger, you've only got the flanker and potentially the 8 to
Absolutely.
cover. So an 8-9 combo with a feed to the winger.
Yep,
could have been in.
100%. And you've got a couple of big, powerful loose forwards there for Carterton.
Yep.
And that the winger Tummy Lau, give him a little bit of opportunity, a bit of space. So Marist here with the scrum. Good pressure there from Carterton.
Oh, but that's wheeled big time. So Dane says we're going to go for the refeed.
That's the reset there. But Marshall Loeb again. That must be a free kick because Gluck has taken it and kicked it out, which will mean it's a Carterton line out. About 34 metres out from the Marist line.
All right, so Marist still defending now. Carterton line-out's been operating pretty well, and it has not now.
Goodgie gets the steal.
Oh, it's a charge down.
Big trouble. There's McKinnon. There's right pouring through now. The Carterton there in numbers. Right, still going is right. He's got to 3 metres from the line.
So
Pickering goes to Honey-Vella powering to the line.
Carterton have got to score here.
Carterton looking really strong here. Clogue looking at first receiver. Clogie hits it up. Clogie beats one. Oh, Marist, great defence there. They just got to recycle this quickly. And there's Loader. Loader is just short as Loader. Pickering in there. Tummy Lau looking good. Tummy Lau gets close to the line. Great defence again there from Carterton. Carterton in there digging. And there's a City Walker, and it goes to Katia. Inia Katia. How many times have we seen Inia Katia? I know he's playing centre, but he did that from half-back, and he's played, I'm just going to say, 1 million games.
Oh, well, you wouldn't be far off numbers-wise, Tony, but look, it's sustained pressure, a man down. You're probably Marist feeling everything's against us right now, plus a couple of penalties. It all started from that charge down.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. But fundamentally, it's been a bit drizzly, and you just need to play territory, really. You know, if you can play down inside the opposition territory, it's these sort of things happen. As Morrison kicks and straight over.
Right out in front, so there is, by kickoff, about 4 minutes left in this half. And Carterton leading with that try, or converted try. 13 points to 10. 15.
Yep, I think he got that conversion.
15 points to 10. So only 5 points in it. So it's still anyone's game, although we're not going to see the return of the Marist right winger until about 2 minutes into the second half.
Carterton looked, whether a call went out there, and I know they did go the wrong side from that scrum, BG, but it looked like they did try and the intensity picked up with this guy in the bin.
Yep.
Like there's been a call, he's in the bin, let's go.
Now's our time to strike.
Let's go. So
interesting, Corey Reid still standing sideline and still hasn't got a jacket on or anything, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there.
Try and keep you updated. So as it goes down to Loader there for about his 6th or 7th hit up of this half is Jack. Carterton there looking to bring it out, goes to Pickering's right boot. And it's a chase there from Cartia coming down. And that's the Marist, the winger puts a little chip in there. Tapo is onto it, but he knocks it on. So it's play on to Marist. Marist have got good ball here on the 40-metre line.
They're going to need to strike here, Tony, and they're going to need to strike quickly if they want to go in with a little bit of a mental advantage at half-time, although I'm not sure it's going to mean terribly much to Levy with the big carries. 10 metres into Carterton territory on the northern side of halfway.
As Paddy Gluck goes in there digging to Stan Wright. He's had a very good half, has Stan. He's getting through some good. And he's still going, the big man. Great stuff, big fella.
Fantastic run.
As Gluck there goes to Goodgie. Goodgie standing one off, and he knocks it on. And Tapo here. The advantage is over, so big Tapo picks up and has a run. Loader in there for the blowout.
Just that little bit of slipperiness on that water sitting on the surface is not something you see James Goodgie do very often.
No, that's right. So it's come back for the knock on. So Carterton have got a scrum here, 30 metres out from their own line, 20 metres in from Carterton's right hand touch. So yeah, that's made it interesting. Just that little bit of wetness around, right?
Yeah. So obviously there's a little bit of water that really misty rain we saw earlier has created a bit of a film or a bit of a surface on the turf.
So Blair back onto the field. So that must have been some sort of blood bin. Referees are having discussions. So anyway, Carterton scrum here. Pickering puts the ball in. It's a good scrum there from Stan Wright from the loose head, and Jack Loader picks up. Goodgie takes care of him. Carterton here just looking to slow the game down and take the ball out of their half. Big boy Blair Hemming there, having a bit of a chat to the ref, getting through his work. Payne puts in a nice box kick here, and there's an Carterton coming down to Michael Martin, takes it nicely.
He's
well
been
done.
well tackled. And Carterton vented in from the side there, the right winger.
Payne said play on there. And they've got the ball. Marist, don't use your hands. Peter Simmons, this will be a penalty. This will be advantage to Carterton. Trouble here, big trouble. Numbers galore. They've got to go wide. They've got to go wide, McKinnon. Oh, bad luck. They saw the space but couldn't quite get it there.
15-10, Carterton leading over Marist in this Moose Kapene Cup final as they go right. Sully Malatai, little chip over the top, but it's been charged down. Carterton have got it back.
Loader with the big break.
Oh.
Carterton need to recycle this quickly there. Tamilau's in there early and he's got the ball. Nice defence from Goodgie getting across. Tamilau makes a few metres. Aseti Walker in there with the clean out. And that's Pickering in there. Marist all over the ball. And there's Wright. So they've got all their backs in the ruck. So there must be a lot of forward standing out here.
Look at that lineup, 2, 3, 5, 1. Yeah. From right to left. So,
but they conceded the penalty, BG.
Yeah, they have now, and that's a shame because they've done some good work there to get themselves back. But I'm not sure that we're doing the territory stats at all in this game. But most of the game has been played in Marist half.
Absolutely. I absolutely think so. Carterton's very good at getting through their work.
30 seconds left on the clock in this first half. Carterton leading 15-10 in the Moose Kapene Cup final. As
Marist get this line out here, they're well inside. They're 10 metres inside their own half here, Marist. And Tualivi, who's had a couple of little throwing issues in this game, but hits his mark that time beautifully to Goodyear at 6. Lovely stuff. Marist there getting a good maul going.
Sitting there quite nicely at the back. They're looking to break off.
Marist get through though, so we've just had a message through. It looks like Corey might have had a yellow card also. So
I'm not sure how we missed that.
No. And Gluck kicks it out and
half time.
Nope, it was advantage. So collapsing the maul. So they've gone for the penalty, whether Gluck knew that or not. And so they've got a penalty. So to kick this goal would be huge because it's just over halfway and it's on the angle. So I think you'd need more fella Nico from Greydown to kick that, who's now playing for Avalon.
Yep.
He's just been named in the Wellington Samoan side.
Oh, fantastic for him. It's brilliant to hear. So we're 15 metres in. And about a metre on the Marist side of halfway at the southern end of the ground.
So Gluck just doing up his shoelace there.
Take the time. They're going to go for the line-out option.
I want to try and get this as deep as possible. And he hits it nice. It's going to go to about the 22. Yep. Just about 26 metres.
Right, this will be a test for any rolling ball. So,
well, the way that Tualivi found Goodgie in that last line out, and they got a really nice maul going from 6, and they moved the point where they were trying to drive as well. So very well set up maul from Marist.
Marist happy to walk into this one nice and slowly as the ball gets chucked in. It's gone over the top actually, and
stand right. It's a second line out win the prop.
At the back.
At the back. Anyway, Marist starting to get through their phases here. Marist, so they don't want to, as soon as this breaks down, it will be half time. So Marist just need to hold on to this and it looks like it's play on and Pickering gets it and he kicks it out.
Said no, half time, we're happy with that. And we will go into the break 5 points ahead. First half 41 minutes 40, incidentally.
Yeah, so interesting half. So Carterton have definitely dominated the territory. Marist has done a couple of brilliant things.
What's the plan for the second half? I don't see the field out. All right, good luck. So looking for number 1 from 4, yeah?
I don't know where he's gone to actually. He's disappeared as Anton Persico looks to grab the...
Pointed out in the commentary as soon as they got that yellow card.
Absolutely, and that's what's got to be done. The interesting thing I think going into this half too is because the wind is nothing to speak of, maybe the backs are going to shorten up some of their passes and look at slightly different running lines with the ball being that little bit more slippery. Carterton, I think, have done a great job in not over-committing to the ruck. They're making sure that when they are on defence, they have got numbers there in bulk. And other than that defensive error in the first half, which led to that fabulous try from Marist, their tackles have been on.
Yeah, no, they have, and they're well connected. Marist, you can see they're a well coached as we see the streaker on the footage. They're very well connected side, so they trust their inside and outside man. So do Carterton. You know, these are both well coached sides that have played a long season, and they're both doing some really nice stuff. But it's a really good point you make about that slippery. I mean, both sides have gone to the box kick a lot, BG.
Yep.
And they just need to get through some phases. But I honestly think territory once again is going to be a huge part of the second half. I know Charles's try, Matiatai, was not territory, but the other ones from Carterton, they tend to build a lot of pressure through their territory. As we see Turangi coming out from their senior thirds victory, the Ryan Cup.
Yeah, look, well done. They played a absolutely magnificent game and a well-deserved victory from them. Tony, just a bit of a shout-out to the What About You campaign. It's been fantastic. It's all about looking after your mates, and this is something that has come about through our public health service. So a huge thank you to everyone that's actually got on board with this. A number of clubs have been involved, as well as referees. It's about making that decision to go, well, actually, grab a double zero. So what? There's nothing wrong with that, or a lemonade, or something else like that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. We are going to go sideline again because that campaign has been running. We're going to announce some winners. And Mark Childs is sidelined with Anton Persico, although, that said, it was organised as what Anton Persico was this morning. Not only did he miss the bus, but he had to hitchhike from home all the way here, and luckily a young mum with 2 kids from Fielding picked that face up, would you believe? And he managed to hitchhike to today's Moose Kapene Cup final, would you believe it?
Oh, outstanding. I love those little stories.
Oh, look, to be fair, and Anton's a very, very big Marist man.
Yeah.
Only he could do that.
Yeah.
And get away with it.
Oh, absolutely. So while we're on half-time there, we've got the 50th anniversary Mix and Mingle event.
Yeah, look, very much looking forward to this weekend, actually. September 3, there's going to be a multiple amount of games on at the park. Heartland 15, the Heartland Women, the Parliamentary 15 are playing here that day, so that should be really good. Right, I'm getting the eye from Childsy, which makes me massive. Let's go sideline for the What About You campaign. Mark Childs and Anton Persico.
Hey, guys.
Here we are, the What About You campaign, July, so the campaign running right through July, and we're about to do a draw for some prizes. Anton Persico, can you hold the first name out of the box? That's for a $250 voucher.
So the What About You campaign winners, by the way, they've got some fabulous prizes. The Pete Debney down there holding the box with all the entries in there, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, there's a bit of operator error going on here, and Mark Childs apparently doesn't know how to turn things on. Hate that. And so we can't actually hear him. So whilst he's holding the microphone, it may as well be an ice cream because we absolutely can't hear you. Charles just worked out the microphone might actually be off. And there we go. Yep, still off, Charlesy, but that's all right.
The microphone could be off.
Yeah. Well, that's right. You look great on TV, guys. All of your chins. So thank you. We do appreciate you, mate. Right, so what do both sides need to do going into the second half, Tony?
I think for Carterton, definitely much of the same. I said it right after half-time, they need to just go to that territory game. Pickering just carrying on with his box kicks. Morrison just keep putting them in behind. They definitely a big opportunity there. For Marist seemed like a little X factor there, but Marist just they didn't. I don't think they got through more than about 7 phases the whole half. BG.
Yeah.
They just need to get the ball and just get themselves some phases and just build.
Their backs want to run. They've showed clear intent. I want to see a little bit more from Silly Military.
Yep.
I just think, with his experience and his class factor, he needs to work himself into this game. Likewise, I'd like to see a little bit more from Marcus Harley. I think he started off really, really well, but then kind of faded away.
It's actually a really good point. If you look at what Tipo and Jack Loader have got through, the work they're getting through, Jack seems to get through. He just loves to run, doesn't he, Jackie? Doesn't seem to do a huge amount on defence, but man, he gets through a lot of work on attack.
And that last one, I thought, probably just the running height was the issue with that.
Yep.
And it'd be interesting to go back on the replay to see whether or not that was actually stripped or knocked on. I'm not quite sure, but nonetheless.
The other thing will be interesting too is the reserves when they come on. So Sam Siossi, the Marist replacement hooker prop, Sam has got a lot of X factor about him. I'm not sure why Sam wasn't starting, but I mean, to be fair, if he comes on a hooker, Tualivi's been very good, so I don't have a problem there. But Sam can also offer some really, really good stuff, and looks like Reece Saverne there.
Yeah, look, again, loads of experience in Reece.
Ali Malatai.
Look, that's the thing. It's not a bad bench for Marist. But that said, when you take a look at Turongo, Zach Wakefield, Carlos Rimini, he's been around, a wee while now. And, of course, Ruben Erasmus, he's an exciting little halfback.
Yep.
He's got some wheels and he's got a good pass on him. So, look, both benches are strong, but in slightly different facets of the game. So I think that's going to be really, really exciting. It'll be interesting to see when the coaches go to the bench in this half.
Yeah, it very much will, and that'll be interesting. Carterton will continue just to go direct with big men working really, really hard, and which will be really, really good. As both teams making their reserves are making their way off the field at the moment. Changes. Let's have a quick look. Doesn't look like too many changes at this point. There was the ankle injury to the first try scorer for Carterton. So Toi Motu, he's finished for the game, but Wright has come on and made some good runs at second 5.
Probably just a reminder too that Marist will still be at 14 men for the first couple of minutes of the second half after the earlier yellow card for what was ruled a deliberate knockdown. Yeah,
Ryan Tian Lindique there getting the yellow card, which is unfortunate for the young man. So Marist with the kickoff here. Puatafa. And I think Pua needs to have a couple more runs too, BG, just to suck Carterton in to try and create some space out wide for those backs. Needs to commit some more defenders in closer rather than just pushing it wide.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that old, we're talking about basics, but the old drawn pass, right?
As Puatafa kicks off there, back to Loader again. He will carry, loves it.
Good body position as he took that ball into contact. Some lovely quick ball there from Daryl Pickering as well. As Carterton look to make a couple of metres, they've gone a little bit sideways, but they're actually putting themselves in a good field position. As Pickering takes the box kick, Marist look to... Oh, they've retained it. There'll be questions over that. No. Referee Payne says, good as gold. Both going for the ball.
But once again, that's Carterton's game. 2 big hit-outs with a box kick, right? Now Marist, let's see what they do in the return. So that's their second phase. Puatafa goes straight through, and Iniakati with pressure on Pua. Pua gets to his feet. Well done. It's a really good save there. With a Marist can receive it, they've retained it there. Stan Wright again. He's had a lot of hit-ups. He's been Marist's best forward so far in this game.
Yeah, I agree.
Been really impressed with him.
Big hit up there. Is it
Marcus Ali, I think,
yeah,
with the hit up there. Paddy Gluck there, back to Puatafa on his left foot.
Now we're looking at territory. Now we're looking at possession. And another wee error coming in there. So that ball obviously very slippery out there.
Absolutely. There's a bit of an injury there to Marcus Ali in the midfield, but let's have a look. So that's a knock on there against Carterton. So it's a Marist scrum there on about the 40 on Carterton's 40-metre line. But there's an injury break here for Marcus Ali.
Yeah, as the winger that we set off earlier, that is Ryan Tian Lindique, has returned to the field.
Let's really hope it's not Marcus's knee. He just doesn't need that. He had an incredibly serious knee injury 3 years ago against Hodowhenua in Levin, and it's put him out for like 2 years. So let's hope it's not that knee. It doesn't look too serious, which will be good.
Yeah, looking both sides getting straight back into their work in the second half, and we're running in a bit in, but it's really been fantastic to see, and you can see how slippery it is out there. It may not look like it on the coverage, but it is quite slippery out there, and you've seen those little errors, those little drop balls, and for both sides they've gone backwards, which is great. However, the last thing you want to do is put yourself into a position where it could cost you 10 points.
Both teams, especially the back threes, they just need to concentrate on the basics. Just watch the ball into the hands. Like we've seen a bit of drop ball there from the back threes, both back threes. Just watch the ball into the hands. Do the first things first, right? It's a final. Yep. Get through your basics, then get into your game.
Great to see Mike Wakefield out there too for Carterton, not on the field, but as a trainer, and he's been there and he's won finals before with Carterton. Good club man.
Absolutely, he is.
Good to see you there, Waker.
So this will be good to see this battle on this side, which Marshall Loeb definitely had the better of in the first half. So scrum here against the Marist tight head, Michael Brown. And he gets a good hit straight away there, and he does put pressure on straight away. He's going to work on him straight away, and that creates a tight head. Well done from Carterton. Great scrum. Back to Morrison there with a big punt downfield as Marist go back there. And he kicks the ball. Michael Martin, I think that was.
Didn't have a lot of options there.
No, and he clears it to about 38 metres out from the Marist line. That's that scrum again, BG. He's definitely got the better. Marshall Loeb has definitely got the better
Very much
of
so.
Michael Brown. I know Blair Gardner's sitting there in the reserves. It'll be interesting. That's a good line-out win there from Carterton.
Very good scrummage at Gardner too.
Yep, so right there, beating one straight up. He's been strong since he's come on. Pickering there to Morrison. The inside ball to McFadden, who knocks it on. Really nice hit there from Goodgie. Creates the turnover, and that's going to be a scrum to Marist, 38 metres out from the Marist line.
Yeah, James Goodyear obviously just sizing up his opposition, knew exactly where Lockie was going to go and what he was going to do, and effectively almost cut him in half. To push that ball backwards, pushed it out of his hands, knew exactly. That's experience, right? And two very experienced forwards.
Absolutely. So Corey here just needs to, and the flanker, Goodgie here on the side of Michael Brown, they just need to really give him a lot of support here. Marist needs some good ball at the back of the scrum.
Yeah, they do.
And then the last one was a tight head, and they're having a lot of trouble here, BG.
They need to score first, as simple as that, if they want to get themselves back into the game. And whilst we have seen them come back before, second half side, Ali with a run, fantastic. Tries to spin out of the tackle, but he's held on to by Carterton.
As Marist there now, it goes out to the hooker, Tua Levy. It's a nice hit up from Tua. He's getting through his way. He's had a good game. Gluck passes it out. Oh, look, the Borks, who manages to hold on to it. Slippery again, but he held on to it. Corey Reid there with the hit up. Marist, and they're keeping it really close. Stand right again. Marist keeping it really tight here. Gluck with the left foot, with the box kick, down to Tamilau. And he does take it to a Seti Walker. Looking at fullback, who puts in the right boot down here. Puatuffa's back.
Wasn't the greatest kick. I don't think he got quite the amount of power on that as he wanted to, but Puatuffa will return that.
Nice.
It will go out. Lockie tries to keep it in.
It's a lovely kick from Pua with no angle. He's just kicked that 40 metres with no angle.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
Very good. As Hone Vela there looking to throw into the Carterton line out. Got a big target there in Lockie, McFadden. And he finds him beautifully to Pickering, out to Tapo, standing at first five. Always beats the first tackle. Well, just about always beats the first tackle as he did there. Pickering there to Loader. Loader always willing to carry the big man. Makes another good 7-8 metres. But
Ball's
turnover.
Marcus Ali.
Ooh.
He's had a fantastic game. He really has. He's been involved in a heck of a lot of movements.
Another turnover though, and the Tapo puts a little chip in.
Great chip from Tapo.
I'd love to see that big man just keep running, to be fair.
Wouldn't you?
I just want to see him run. I'd leave that to Pickering and co. But
Paddy Gluck, box kick again.
And a Seti Walker here will take it. He's got it inside the 22, so he's got options. He can kick it out on the full if he chooses. Puts in a nice kick here. And that's a good take there. He puts it back. Back to Pickering inside the 22.
Plenty of time.
Pickering, that's slightly off the side of his boot. Mulatai's going to take this. Let's have a look what Solly can do. Play on. Solly takes it, but it's nice defence from Carterton. Hone Vela makes the tackle there. Carterton looking to counter-ruck, but a good. Marist got plenty of numbers. Out to Goodgie. Standing at the first receiver that time. Tapo making the tackle there for Carterton. Gluck looking there digging. Gluck comes out here to Tua Levy again with another hit up from Tua. And Marist there, plenty good numbers here. Getting through some phases. That's phase 5 now for Marist. And then Paddy Gluck takes a little run there. Paddy Gluck still going. And then good numbers there on the blowing out nicely there.
5 metres in for the grandstand side of touch. Marist lining up, they're picking and going, they're putting some more phases together. This is what we wanted to see in the first half, Tony, and now they're finally getting into their job, they're finally getting into their work. The ball comes out, it's flicked down again. They've gained probably another half a metre, so they're still getting a little bit of territories. The pick and goes continue.
Stand right again, and he's just getting through an absolute power of work, that big man. I got really, really impressed with him today. And you're right, that's up to a phase 11 now for Marist. And they're just working through. They're just sucking Carterton in. and Carterton give away the penalty.
Yeah, well, it's worked, and what they have done is sucked Carterton into those rucks that Carterton have not been sucked into for the entire game.
You just have to play direct sometimes. It's something I have a bit of a problem with our AB sometimes, to be fair. Sometimes you just got to earn the right. You've just got to go direct. You've just got to do the work, right? Like it's the fundamental of rugby, and that's good to see from Marist. 5
points down, 47 minutes gone in this half, and it's Carterton leading 15-10. All right, so interesting changes coming up there now.
So number 19, Olepo, coming on there. Who's he coming on for Marcus? So Marcus is injured. Marcus Ali's injured.
Yep, Sam Siossi also taking the field.
Yeah, for Tua. So Tua Levy coming off. He's had a very good game.
Yeah, he has.
Really impressed with Tua. He's been really, really good. But Sam Siossi, like I mentioned at half-time, he will create impact. He's a big man with some good speed. He will create impact.
Change. Marist still looking to go two. It took a while to get there, but they've gone to two. Goodger's come up to the front, and the rolling ball has been employed.
And big Sam Siossi in there with the ball. It's taking their time here, working through. And that's big Sam Siossi straight on the field there, making a bit of an impact, taking it up to 6 metres from the line there, Marist.
5 metres in from touch as Marist look to reset and continue their phase. Hands in there coming across from Carterton.
Good from Marist. There's Goodgie in there working. Marist have got plenty of numbers in there. Gluck talking to his backs. And there's Stan Wright again in there, working hard as always. I can't even count how many hit-ups that guy's had. He's having a net, and the Carterton, Marist inside the 5 now. Gluck to Puatafa. Puatafa hitting the line nicely. And he's got support there. It went back. And Marist, are they going to be able to clean it up? Solly Malatot. Well done, Solly.
Very lucky.
He cleaned that up.
Yeah, he did.
So that was nice. So Paddy Gluck there going out to Goodger at first receiver. Goodger just carding up into Pickering's defence. Good tackle from Darryl. And then Paddy Gluck in there. He needs to get that ball out. No, Paddy's gone in to secure it. So Solly Malatai's gone in to play halfback. And Marist just do a pick and go there. They're about 6 metres out from the line. And there's Sam Siossi.
It's looking to hold him up there, but he's...
Good
defence. They've done very, very well, Carterton.
Angus McKinnon in there going hard. Love it. And they've created the turnover. Well done from Carterton, BG.
Yeah, that is outstanding play. We talked about it before. Defence wins games, and there's no doubt about that. Charlesy brought it up earlier, and he's quite right. That was some superb defence. Again, at that stage, what they didn't do was overcommit to the ruck. They spread out and said, nah, we've got to reset here. They've done that, and that's resulted in the position they're in.
Absolutely. I would have really liked 2 phases before that. I would have liked Marist to spin it out to Charles Matiatai. They'd done all the good work, gone direct, created the space.
This is where those backdoor passes, the stacking comes in, and would have been a good option because Carterton line speed in the backs has been pretty good.
As the Marist tight head there just takes that one to the ground. He's been under a lot of pressure. Sometimes you just have to do that.
Yeah, I wonder how long it'll be before we see the 23-man squads named into club rugby.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Just carrying that extra front rower, that extra prop or
specialist loose head or specialist tight head.
That's right.
But Carterton, we won't want to get too much of a shove here unless they're going to try and get the shove and go for the penalty. They'll just look to try and get this. That's a good scrum from Marist there. Loader picks up as always, carries another couple of metres, gets over the advantage line. Pickering in there, marshalling his troops. Back to a Seti Waka. That was good pressure there.
Yeah, very, very good
from
decision
Borks.
from him though.
So yeah,
take it in and set it up.
And Sam Morrison, that's gone infield.
Options now for Marist.
Lindeek there takes that nicely.
Yeah, they've got a backline out there if they were intend to use it. Elijah Mapasua. Oh, that's a good tackle. It's taken him to ground. Marist look to reset. Coming into the second phase now, third phase. And they're in midfield, so they've got options left and right. There's a pod set up there beautifully. Sam Siossi looking to go there.
That was a big shot there from Tipo.
It looked like a big shoulder, actually.
Ooh. 15 points to 10 to Carterton here with 50 minutes gone in the game. And Mapasua there, back on the ball.
Nicely done. Nicely done from the young man.
As Marist here, going to Puatafa, out to the centre, who made the big incision. The first half, and there he goes again.
What a break.
There he goes again.
What a break. He's got to link up. He's got to link up. He's dummy pass. Oh, doesn't get much better than that.
Charles Matiata!
Oh, holy moly! That is a fantastic try. And an individual effort. That dummy pass never fall for a dummy.
Oh, wow.
But the Carterton defensive line didn't have an option there. Oh, look.
Where has this fella come from, BG?
Well, I think Marist will be hoping he pops up every 5 minutes from now on, mate.
Far out. Like, wonder if the Warren Bush selectors are looking at this fella.
Oh, look, and I was talking to a couple earlier. It's good to see both Rob and Mark Rutini here actually enjoying the game. That is Champagne Rugby.
Wow, like, Marist have just, two bits of absolute individual brilliance have just cut Carterton apart. Carterton's defence is good, it's structured.
Yeah, it is.
They're going really well. They've just been cut to bits by two really individual, which makes it 15 all. Kick to come.
Unlucky, Us. I think it's the call there. Look, it was really interesting actually talking to the coaches that prior to the game, and Neil saying too they've had a bit of an up and down season with results and all that sort of stuff. I like Carterton's defensive structure. I really do, and I think it's been paying dividends. Got sucked in a little earlier, was committing too many to the ruck, but nonetheless, just a bit unfortunate there actually. But
as Goodgie converts and puts Marist in the lead.
17-15, Marist take the lead, and it is game on. 52 and a half minutes gone.
And right on cue, we're seeing some changes. Number 21 for Marist is coming on. We talked about him a little bit. Ali Malatai.
Yep.
Imagine he'll be coming on at halfback.
Yeah, I would imagine so. But
looks like Solly's coming off. He's limping quite bad. So his big brother. So that's an interesting change. So Pua looks like he's gone out to 12. Pua tougher, and Paddy Gluck's gone into first 5.
Fair enough. Look, and we've seen what Paddy can do at a final club of years ago where he just scored tries that should never have been scored.
Incredible game.
And they've talked all year about Marist being a second half team. They did it last week. Martinborough had the lead in the semi-final, and then Marist came back in the last 10 minutes.
Yep. Obviously, Gerald's doing a lot with their fitness, or Joe Nuku, which is really, really good. So there's Ali Malatai there, straight into it with a box kick. Aseti Waka. Oh, that's the second one that Aseti's knocked on today. Just needs to get the ball in the hands first.
Yeah.
Before you do that big run, mate, just got to do the basics. Bad luck.
Well, most of the Carterton supporters are in the stand, and likewise the Marist supporters over the eastern side of the ground. You can hear with a shout from the crowd when that happened. It's a good crowd here today too, and it's nice to hear some horns, and I believe there's some of the Tongan community here with drums, and look, it's fantastic.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I love seeing big crowds. Club rugby, I've been coming here since I was just a young fella, and I love seeing these big crowds.
Yeah,
love
really
seeing the passion of the clubs. The heart of New Zealand rugby.
Yep, you definitely can't complain about that, and that is this is where it all begins.
Sure is. That's a good scrum there. So he picks up, and picks up number 8 there. The replacement number 8 there picks up for Marist. That's number 19 for Marist. Olapu.
He's done well there. The flag's up though. The Carterton feed.
So let's have a look. So Carterton here. They haven't made any changes yet, have they? Number 6. Oh, yes, they do. James Church has come on for Carterton, and looks like Tarongo Tiki has also come on. So they've just made 2 changes. And Carlos Rimini, 3. Carlos Rimini straight into the game there with a big hit up in the midfield. So Carterton looking for a bit of impact there. Pickering there to Jack Loader again. He'll be keen to carry. Always is.
He's gone high again.
Pickering in there.
Done very well, actually. Well done, Mr. Loader.
Mapasua, Elijah coming across, takes it nicely.
He's an elusive runner because he's a little guy and he's got some wheels too.
Brother of Jerry, who's been injured all year, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame actually. He's a fantastic prop, Jerry, and a hell of a loss not only for Marist but for Wairarapa Bush.
So Carterton here looking to retain some position here, get their hands back on the ball.
Lovely break from Carterton as the Maroons look to surge forward. They're setting it up. Pickering looking for the right option. And he goes that way too. He goes to the right. They're looking to run blind. They'll be setting up a pod no doubt on the left again. Or are we looking for a midfield crash here, Tony?
Yeah, potentially. So that was Tarongo Tiki in there. So he's come on the flank, not at hooker. So they've left Hone Vela on there. So they'll look to this. It's going to work. It's Hone Vela there. They're just looking to keep it really, really close. Marist have got a nice line set here.
Look at the position of Liam Manu. It's juicy 6.
Some good yards there from Carterton. Just getting it going. Carterton just taking their time here. Out to Inia Kartia. Right on a great angle. Oh, it was forward.
Gutted.
Referee Payne was right on the money.
Cut it. He was going to score that for love nor money, I think, too. Brandon Wright, he's, for a big guy, he's got a lot of speed.
You don't want to miss those as a ref. That's big ups to Payno there. He was right on that, right in a good position to see that.
Perfect.
That's the sort of thing that can change a game. So
is that Marshall Lobb down in the background?
I think it is, yep. They wouldn't want to lose him. He's been very good.
Very, very good.
His scrummaging, he's done some real damage.
Yeah, so just while we have a wee injury break, we've got a pretty exciting rep season coming up. Obviously, we've got that televised game against North Otago that's going to be hosted in Manawatu, the opening game for the Heartland Championship. We've also got the under-18s, 16s, under-18 girls, under-15 girls Barbarians, the Barbarian side, and the Heartland women. So a lot of exciting representative rugby to look forward to in the next couple of months.
Yeah, look, it's great. It's the heart of New Zealand rugby. Love getting along and watching the games. I'm sure BG and I will be here for the Wairarapa Bush games.
We certainly hope so. And not to mention the fact, obviously, great opportunity to join the Supporters Club. The Gravel Pit, we're always welcome down there. Wayne, Snapper, Terry and crew, absolutely fantastic. So, if you have the opportunity to come down, I think membership's a paltry $10.
Oh, far out.
And you get a smile and a bit of a beverage for that too.
And here's some good stories.
Yeah, so Anthony Balch and Michael Brown make their way to the sideline. They've been replaced.
Been a tough day for Michael, but he's fought hard.
Yeah, he has.
He's fought hard, but it's been a tough day. Marshall Lobb's had the better of him in the scrums, but he's worked really, really hard. And as he comes off the field, his team's in front.
Yeah, 17-15. It's kind of what you want in final. It's nice, it's tight, it's a hell of an arm wrestle, and we are loving every minute of being able to bring this to you from Trust House Memorial Park. And so welcome in if you've joined us on the live stream from wherever you are. I know the coverage is going to be probably live streaming at places like the Kapene Tavern, Eve's Bar, all over the show. As
Ali Malatai there feeds the scrum, and it's another good scrum there from Carterton. And Ali clears it out there to Paddy Gluck, now playing first five as Paddy. And he beats the first defender, beats the second defender, Paddy Gluck beats the third defender. Gluck passes out to Mapasua, Mapasua making a break, Mapasua puts the chip in.
That's a great kick.
And there's Lindeek flying, can he get there? He doesn't get it, but it's Mapasua. Oh! Wow, good stuff, Marist. Paddy Gluck, here we go again.
We were just talking earlier about him scoring tries that should never have been scored, and he makes a break that should never have happened.
It's reminiscent of the final 2 years ago. Gluck on fire.
Oh, Paddy Gluck, take a bow. What a 10.
Oh,
I hope the selectors are having a good look.
It's great stuff. Great stuff. So Carterton here have got a scrum 5 metres out from their own line, under immense pressure. Marist at BG mentioned they're a bit of a second half team, and they are coming. They're coming on strong.
I'm sure it's the last 10-15 minutes, and they were down by almost as many points last week to beat Martin in that semi-final. And they've done that to a couple of teams this year.
And it's a strong scrum from Carterton, as we would expect today. They've been very strong, as Loader picks up and carries again. And Tapo in there, he's looking to carry. He carries as well. Just made Carterton just 3 or 4 metres.
Great to see Gerald Pickering make the commitment there to hit the ruck as well.
Back to Sam Morrison, who clears. That's going to go out.
Oh, well done.
Oh, Lindeek keeps it in. Well done. Out to Mapasua. Mapasua into the midfield here.
Oh, it's options.
Look
it's
out.
Open.
Look out. Oh, he knocks it on. Oh. So Carterton here get the turnover.
I think it maybe a little bit of excitement, panic is setting in.
And
I'm not entirely sure.
Ali Payne will bring it back because there's no advantage there. I just would have loved to seen it get to the centre again.
Oh, I know.
Charles Matiatai, he seems like he's only touched the ball a couple of times, but every time is just intense danger.
The difficulty with this so far is he's scored 2 great tries, there's no doubt about that. But if you were going to pick a player of the day, I'd probably be looking at the Carterton forward pack.
Yep, there's for me. So also Stan Wright for Marist.
Oh, very much so.
Has been huge.
Yep,
like
Marcus Ali's carries.
Yep. But you're right. The Carterton forward pack has rolled up and done a lot of good work.
Massive. Jack Loader with his carries. You're looking at Tupou, Michael Clogg in the early stages of the game.
Absolutely.
Mike Clogg is incidentally.
Look at that. It's a great scrum from Marist. Huge scrum. James Church there, finding it really tough against Stan Wright. That's an interesting change in this game. If Stan can get the upper hand there, he's had a huge game.
Well, you've got Blair Gardner on the opposite side, who's, he played in that 07 final when they lost to Gladstone.
In 07, did he?
In 07.
No, he's been around over 15 years then. There's Blair. Mapasua there. No, the referee says play on. Lindeek there puts a little kick in, down to Carlos.
Yeah, it wasn't
Carlos
the most
Rimini.
technical kick there, unfortunately. Needed a bit more herbs on it.
Aseti Walker takes that one. And there he goes, beats one, beats two.
He's quick.
And he's got trouble here. He goes to keep Aseti Walker. He's got to beat Paddy Duck on the outside of Aseti Walker. He's going to go the whole way, 80 metres it's going to be, and it's a try time.
Outstanding try, Carterton.
Aseti Walker.
Look at the wheels on that man.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Wow. 80 metres. Just too much speed.
Wow, look at him go. Look at him go. He slipped out of that tackle like it was nothing. Hot knife through butter. And he's made it a lot easier as well for Sam Morrison, thank goodness. I think he's just going to go for the corner.
I can tell you the Carterton forwards have been working really hard and they're starting to feel the pinch and they are absolutely giving him massive high fives. They are stoked back there.
Damn straight.
They're like Aseti Walker, you're the man. Like, that's awesome. He's just taken all the pressure off Carterton. That is fantastic.
Right, so we've got another Carterton player that's making the way to the sideline.
I think that's Marshall Lobb.
Yeah, he looked a bit ginger earlier, actually.
It's not a good loss. Carterton don't want to lose him. He's been... I wonder if he's got a... He must be injured, surely. He's been very, very good, that fella. He's been one of the best. So number 17 there for Carterton coming on. Karavaka? Yep, Karavaka.
Oh, fantastic.
I wonder if
try.
that's an injury or... I mean, no, it's not. It's just interesting because he's been great.
Yeah, well, he was down earlier, and so I do...
Right, okay, that was... Okay.
Yeah, that he succumbed to that injury. Or...
So it's 20 points to 17 to Carterton with 19 minutes to go as Morrison lines up the conversion. Taking his time over the conversion. Comes in. Hits it. And he's just pushed that one to the right as Morrison. That one might come back and bite Carterton. Marist definitely have had the momentum lately.
Yeah, they have.
That one was against the run of play, that try from Aseti Walker.
And they need to find that momentum again and lift it back up. So I'd be looking for a short kick here. I wouldn't be going deep.
Yeah, interesting.
Just to mix it up a little bit.
And Mickey Tafari makes his way onto the field here, number 22.
Yep.
And he's come on for, let's have a look.
Very experienced back.
Hard to see who he's come on for, but yeah, he's been around, played in grand finals. So Puatafa there, kicks off. He has gone deep there, BG. And India gets back to Morrison. Morrison with plenty of time, and that's a nice big nudge. Goes right back down there.
And this is the reason I would have gone short. So Marist at this stage are actually slightly behind with a move from the kickoff, right? So Paddy Gluck is now being tied up there.
Yeah.
Carterton not overcommitting to the ruck. Good work from them.
And Marist just looking to keep it tight here. Marist.
So that's where you look at field position and going, well, where have we got to? We've got nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a metre now, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's... And there's Malatai in there digging. Blair Gardner on there with his first hit up. And he's just starting to get through some work. Ali Malatai in there digging. Out to Paddy Gluck now playing first five with the left foot chip through. And
beautiful bounce.
Is that Tarongo? Tarongo Tiki? Could be. It's hard to. I just have to.
I think that was Tarongo. That was a fantastic little pickup there.
Jack Loader with the big carry. Big contact there in the midfield. Pickering in there. Looking for the ball.
Do like Loader's style.
He knocked it on.
That's unlucky.
He's just really aggressive when he's got the ball in hand, isn't he, Jack?
Well, he doesn't take a backward step.
No, he doesn't.
Like, I'm going through you.
Yep.
I know my position. I'm not trying to go around you. I'm going to go through you.
He's always a willing carrier. Just always.
All right, we'll see a Marist player being walked off there.
It looks like a rib cartilage for Elijah Mapasua. So that will bring on that might
That'll
be
be the
Mickey Tafari. That's why we didn't see that. Must have happened over the back there. So the scrum battle has completely changed here. James Church got a bit of a doving from Stan Wright in that last scrum.
Yeah,
so
you can see a little bit of boring in from the Carterton prop on our side now.
And Marist here now have got they're not scared of the Carterton scrum at all. So that's a very big change in this game. That's a lovely nudge. If that's going to stay in.
Oh, what the heck just happened?
I don't think that's a try.
No, I don't think so either.
I know the crowd is going nuts here and they're stoked.
There's going to be a conversation between Peter Simmons and Alistair Payne. Peter Simmons, the assistant
I think
referee.
Marist knocked us on.
Let's have another look at this on the replay. The ball's gone back, forward.
There. And it's gone forward off Marist.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, they've awarded the try. Oh, they haven't. So, folks at home, they haven't got the advantage of the replay.
No,
They haven't,
that's
right?
the other thing.
Peter Simmons, who made that call to referee Payne, he had a good view of it, and he viewed that was try time. So you've just at club level, we just roll with that,
Well,
right?
and to be fair, he probably had the view of the side of where the knock-on may have occurred. We don't,
Yeah, fair point.
because we don't have a camera over there.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right.
Unless you're
That's-
listening to Sky TV, we'd love you here.
So that was just a bit of interesting play there. It was just against once again, a bit against the rough. There was a kick down, bit against the rubber play, and
I've been talking about that one for a while, but welcome to the seesaw that is the second half.
absolutely. But
I'm not sure. I would love another look at that, though.
in Marist's credit, you have to chase really hard.
And they did.
You got to do the basics hard, and they chased really, really hard, which created that try. So good stuff. Well done, Marist. There's Goodger. So Marist again take the lead. So Masterton, they lead 22 points to 20 with 15 minutes to go. Goodger lining up the conversion.
Look, we are in for a very, very exciting next 15 minutes. There's no doubt about that. Carterton will be gutted that try has been scored, and
And he kicks it.
they will have to lift here. Really, really lift.
So for everybody at home, I think the try scorer for Marist was Michael Martin.
He's done well. He's done very well, the young man. 24 points to 20, Tony, and we've got 14 and a half minutes to go.
All on. Woohoo, here we go. We start to come into the big minutes. It's good. Love it. As Morrison kicks off. Goodger underneath. Oh, it's gone over Goodger's head.
That's terrible.
So it's going to be a Marist line out. But Carterton will put big pressure here on this line out.
Yeah, that's obviously a miscommunication there, because
Goodger just ran into Blair.
right to Blair Gardner, and yeah, I'm not sure whether Blair was supposed to lift him for that or what the story was there, but a bit of miscommunication.
It's Sam Siossi there looking to find his jumper. Taking his time, Sam. As Goodger goes forward, finds him. Goodger takes it nicely.
Beautiful ball.
And they go into the maul. And there's big Sam Siossi in the back there, taking his time, looking to get into the maul. And Marist start to move it forward slowly. Back to Puatafa. He puts the kick down
So it's been passed back, so
to Carlos Rimini. Here goes Carlos, having a burst. Carlos beats one, beats two. Carlos through the
that's a
midfield.
great run.
Oh, he's made really good yards there. And Carterton, that's off his feet. No, play on there. Goes to right there, taking the inside unders line there, back towards the forwards. Carterton have now got really good space on their right. Really good space. Clogue hits it up. Nice run there from Clogue. Good blowout again. Pickering, quick ball. There's trouble here. Tupou runs. Oh, good tackle there from Blair Gardner. Just managed to hold on to Tupou. Really strong run out to Morrison. Morrison, it's the gap. Oh, it's close there. Probably made the right decision not to go to a Seti Walker. It would have been forward. Carterton looking to hold on to position here. Pickering in there digging. Jack Loader, first man there. Always keen to carry his Jack, as we've already previously mentioned.
good body position too, and he's taken it to ground nicely to set it up for the next ruck.
Hone Vella getting through his work. He's had a good game, Hone.
Michael Clogue again involved in that move.
Sarong Watiki there with the hit up. It's going well. And then it goes to Tupou. Boom, absolutely
See you
just
later.
bumps off one. And then just goes straight over the next man. Powerhouse, that fella. And it's play on there.
Oh, they've knocked it on, have they?
And the referee's said it was a fair steal. So no knock on. And strong run. There was that stand right again.
Yeah.
Whew. He's had a huge game. Back to Paddy Gluck. Paddy Gluck clears. Back to Inia, standing back at fullback.
It's the wrong guy you want to kick to.
So Inia, he'll take it on. He'll take the line on with speed. Beats one. Nice tackle there.
Oh, look, fabulous player, loads of experience, great sevens player too. So he runs the gap, he runs at the hitting the gap move.
Absolutely.
Very, very well.
It was a good tackle from the old fella, Reece Severn.
Yep.
And there's Hone Vella running up the midfield. Carterton here looking to get through their phases. Out to Lockie McFadden. And he beats one on the inside. Carterton need to get there to blow. They need to blow out that ruck. In there at halfback. Getting it out there. And it's Tarongwatiki again. That's his fourth hit up since he's been on. He's starting to get through his work nicely. To Poe again. To a Seti Walker on the inside. And it's try time.
Well
Seti
done.
Walker. Outstanding play. To Poe made that huge run before. Then he committed 2 players to him, inside ball. They had to commit 2 players to him there, and that's where that got created. Number 19 from Marist was committed on the inside.
Beautiful.
Beautiful play from Aseti Walker. That was class. Really nice play from Carterton. That's what happens when you have a really big man that bumps people off. You just have to commit to him, because if one-on-one, really hard to take that fella.
Give a short ball, gaps are created, tries to score.
Wow, this game is just absolutely ebb and flow. What score did Childsy pick? Did he pick 29-25 to Carterton? Something like that.
He did. Now, we're not going to get the 25, obviously.
No, they're not, but I mean, it's...
but it's pretty close. Thank goodness he's not a weatherman, but yeah, look, fantastic. Carterton have hit back. There's a Marist player down, getting some attention now from Physio Clark. Not quite sure who that is, but as a comment comes through, what in the holy undies is going on? Well, we'd also like to know. This is such a seesaw of a final, and certainly one of the better finals so far I think we've seen.
And Morrison kicks that, BG.
Beautiful.
So that takes the score. That means Carterton is back in front.
27-24.
27-24 with 10 minutes to go.
Now, we were in this position a couple of years ago, where Greytown were in front.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't good. Let's not go there.
I thought it was fabulous. Right, but this is that last 10 minutes. The senior players have got to talk to the younger guys and go, well, look, let's just get through our job. Let's concentrate on what we're going to do.
100%. This is where the basics.
And we know we've got to score next, but, you know.
Oh, he keeps that in really, really well.
Is that Martin, is it?
Yep.
Oh, he's done the old kick return. Mark will be called there.
Yeah, well done, Pickering. See, now that's the kind of stuff that's really important right now. It looks basic.
Yep.
Just do the basics, get your forwards back, have a bit of a breather, have a chat to them.
It's quite often you see a young guy like that where they go, oh, right, I've got to run it or return the
Absolutely.
kick. Right? They don't go through the same thought process.
And then bang. It's Goodgie. Goodgie kept it. Oh, he didn't quite find touch though, so there's Goodgie. Goodgie's taking it there. Oh, he knocks it on. Oh, he knocks it on. So double knock on. So it'll come back for the first infringement. Marist knock on.
He was gone too. He was gone.
Whoa.
If Carterton had collected that, they wouldn't have stopped him. No one in front of him.
We're definitely into the championship rounds now, BG. The 11th and 12th round, if this was a boxing fight.
Yeah, we certainly are. And this is where game on. These are the scrums that are important. With less than 9 minutes to go, you need to be winning your own ball on this.
So Solly Malatai has come back onto the right wing, and Lindeek has gone over to the left wing, and Michael Martin has come off injured.
Right.
I think that's how it works. Yes. It's a nice nudge there. Oh, no, it went out on the full, did it?
So
right option, not the great application.
Tony, correct me if I'm wrong. If your tactical replacement is made, then an injury can occur and your tactical replacement can go on.
Yes.
But not
if it's injury to injury.
Yes.
Spot on. So they must have subbed Solly Malatai.
I haven't even done the referee's exam this year. I'm glad I got that right.
Oh, lovely. Lovely ball. Sam Siossi, that's a beautiful throw. Paddy Gluck out there to stand right again. Gosh, stand right. Huge game from big fella. And he sets up nicely, never loses the ball on his carry.
Well, he's done a lot of work the last 2 years, hasn't he, to get to where he is now?
He has. Sam Siossi with a very strong carry. He's had a few games of wide on every bush, has Sam. That's a bit of, that one was an average pass, but they've cleaned it up, and Paddy Gluck cleans it up, beats 2. But he can't beat Jack Loader that time.
No, he hangs on to him very, very well, does Loader, as he goes down on the tackle, and Marist look to reset, bridging over the ball nicely. Once again, Carterton not committing too many to the ruck was tougher. Looks to kick downfield. Carterton have got it and said, thanks very much. They give it to Waka. He's kicked it back. Oh, no, it's going to hold up.
He's got the pressure on there, BG, and Pua Patafa just kicks it back down. And there's Tummy Lau. He's going to come across to Pickering. He's got Inia outside him. He's got to go to Inia, and Carlos is outside him. But Inia loves to have a go. Runs it back towards the forward. Still going, Inia. Still going. Oh, no arms in that tackle. Oh, it's been spotted by Simmons. There's a penalty. It's not a yellow. Well, it didn't look like a yellow. I won't say that outright. Because you never can these days.
I'm not sure. There'll be a double blow on that whistle.
There's a double blow on the whistle.
The sideline certainly erupted over there.
Yeah, no, they certainly, it's a whole lot of Carterton supporters there, and they're getting involved. They're getting the touch judges here. Look at them all.
I'm not sure whether it was the tackle made or the type of tackle made that was being celebrated.
I can tell you, even though Andy is down having a drink, it will not hurt that fella.
No.
He's made of concrete. He's absolutely made of concrete.
Look at him.
Oh, he's been hit by big people very hard a lot of his life, and he just gets up. He's a very tough individual, as Andy Cartier. Huge heart.
I'm sure his wife was sitting there at the moment watching that game.
Oh, he's such a stalwart. He played, I think, over 10 years for Gladstone. He's in his third year for Carterton. He's great. Oh, look, this could be a card. This will be a Peter Simmons call, though, not a referee Payne. You take the advice of your trusted officials.
Yes, you do.
Which is how it works. That's good refereeing from Payne, trusting his touchy. Explaining to Pua.
Conversation with Pua Tuffa.
There was no arms there, Pua. And he's going to get a yellow here, folks. That's what it looks like.
I think the discussion is there's 10 minutes to go on this final. Let's keep it seemly, lads.
Oh, well done. Now, I really like that. I'm not a fan of seeing people in the bin.
Correct.
You know, like I wrecked a couple of test matches lately with Reds and silly decisions. So Pickering justly is going over just to query it.
Yep, absolutely.
You know, ref, is that? Yep.
It's his job, that's his right.
Yep. No, that's what we saw.
And let's be fair, he's a halfback.
Gosh, that's good refereeing. I love seeing that kind of experience, and we saw it last year in the final as well when CJ did something very similar. Just settle the whole thing down.
Yep.
Settle down, guys.
Take a moment, keep it calm, and let's get on with the game.
Yep. So, we've got 5.5 minutes to go. It's 27-24 to Carterton. Carterton on attack, 30 metres out.
And another change coming up for Carterton. Zach Wakefield takes the field.
On for Clogie, who wasn't even going to play this year. I had a good chat to Clogie at a Rathgill First 15 game as boys in the Rathgill First 15. It's like, I wasn't playing this year, Tone.
No.
And I was like, oh man, he's like, but I love it.
Look, he's a legend of the game.
He's awesome.
I've had the pleasure of coaching Mike.
He's awesome.
He is one of rugby's absolute true gentlemen, nice guys.
And I absolutely love their coffee at Clearville Bakery. Sorry, but love it.
And their cronuts.
Absolutely. So Carterton there get the free kick. So this will be an interesting decision here because they obviously can't kick it out on the full. And the scrum has changed just over the last 5. Interesting decision here because I genuinely feel that Stan Wright has got the better of James Church.
Yeah, I agree, but they're not really left with a lot of options. They're close, so
I would have liked to seen a tap to just Jack Loader carrying. Jack has been willing the whole game. He loves it. Yeah. I just think this could put pressure on Carterton here. They need to really, the young Wakefield that's just come on the blind, needs to give James a lot of support here.
Right, so huge scrum coming up from Marist.
Huge. Carterton need to hold this.
They're behind on the board by 3. It's 27-24.
4.5 minutes, BG. This is a huge scrum.
Massive. It's probably the scrum of the game, let's be honest, because, look where they are. They're 15 metres in. Carterton have got the feed. They are deep into Marist territory. This is the opportunity that Marist go, right, if there's ever a push, we push it now.
Right, here we go. And it hits. And he's managed to hold. Yep, well done. Well done. Good stuff, Carterton. Tummy Lau in there off his wing. And he hits it up nicely there. Carterton with a really good clean out.
Marist now not overcommitting to the ruck, which is good to see. And they've done that a little bit in this half, but Carterton are getting pushed back a little bit off the ball.
Absolutely. Tarongwatiki, he's done really well since he's come on. He's just come in and got through his work. Really like that. Hone Vela there with the hit up. And he's going well. Carterton here just looking to... They know they can just suck up the clock here. Because they're in front, right? So they're in good position on the field. They just need to suck up the clock. Tupo, Lila Manu. Another good strong hit up from Tupo. That could be Payne right there. And it goes to Jack Loader again for his seems like 20th carry.
Oh, he's done so well.
Oh, he ruled that as a strip.
Yep.
Not as a
strip, knock on green. It is maroon ball. It's not bad field position. They're about 18, 19 metres in.
3 minutes to go. But see, the whole thing is the territory from Carterton's really good no matter what happens. And Carterton are just working down this clock. It might need something brilliant here from Charles Matiatai at centre.
They're going to need something brilliant. Not only have we got to the stage where we talked about the last scrum being the scrum of the game, this is going to have to be it here. Marist at the wrong end of the field.
No worries. Absolutely love giving you guys a really nice final. Players are out there just giving it. It's beautiful.
It's nice to be able to get those messages through. So
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
And that's a good scrum there as Jack Loader picks up.
Gets caught, but he holds his weight very, very well. Holds his feet very, very well, I should say, sorry. And Carterton are still very much in control as Peter Beach comes in and makes the tackle. He hasn't rolled, though.
Love the Carterton leadership here. Lockie, I would say, will have a lot to do with this. He's been in this position before, and he knows. Carterton just have to be smart here. See, right, the second five's in, just doing hit-ups close to the ruck.
We're under 2 minutes now, ladies and gentlemen.
Tapo. This is really smart from Carterton. They're just working the clock down,
27-24, Carterton still hold the lead.
It might not be great to watch at home, but it's about winning the grand final, right?
That's right.
It's about having that cup. It's about having that Moose Kapene in the cabinet.
When was the last time Carterton won it?
5,
6 years ago.
Surely.
All right, Marist have surged back now.
Did they get the turnover?
Possession. They've got the turnover. And now it's about being they're running out of time.
Oh, no. Mickey Tafari. Unfortunate, mate. Knocked it on. With 1:20 to go.
That's a coach killer.
Carterton will take a long time to get to the scrum. Someone will probably go down and get a drink and hurt their ankle.
Yeah. It sounds like you've played in the front row, Tony.
No. As Carterton just slowly make their way over and eat that clock a little bit more. We're down to 1 minute to go, folks. Carterton in a beautiful position here. Tapo has just gone in from the flank. He's moved into loose head prop. I can tell you it'll make absolutely no difference. Carterton scrum won't. He's a powerhouse scrummager. Is Pickering looking to put into the scrum here. Marist need to upset the scrum. Solid from Carterton. Jack Loader picks up from number 8. Takes it to the right hand side. To Inia Cartier. Pass it across to a City Walker. A City Walker in space. Inside to Tommy Lau. Tommy Lau tries. That's the grand final.
Oh, the Carterton supporters are on their feet. They are clapping. The flags are waving. That is a massive moment in the game.
Outstanding.
What a try. Well done. Hold your heads up, Carterton. You have done very, very well.
That was a lovely setup there. As Inia Tatia goes to the right, passes it to Seti Walker, who has been incredibly dangerous when he can hold on to the ball. Passes it back inside to Tommy Lau, who was right on the mark. Try time, outstanding. Carterton, stand up. You are the 2022 Moose Kapene champions.
Oh, look, you can't fault them. They have looked direct the entire game, haven't they?
Absolutely. They've had a plan. They've been simple. They've been direct.
The error rate has been low. They've done, well, as we said at the start, they've done the basics right.
Yep, I love the crowd too. There's people hugging and a couple of people, old fellas out there crying. This is beautiful. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Well done, Carterton, on an absolutely fabulous win. We're 80 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock. The kick hasn't gone over. Referee Payne says there's still time.
There's still time, but it's an 8-point lead, folks at home. Obviously, 32 points to 24, so well done to Carterton, but they're just going to have to finish this off. Wow, outstanding. Seti Walker has just done some amazing things on attack. I know he's knocked on a couple of those big high kicks, but when he gets the ball in his hand, man, is that guy devastating.
We go back to that sort of 80-metre try earlier on.
Yes, absolutely.
Short, it hasn't gone 10.
And it hasn't gone 10.
Still time on the clock, says referee Payne. It'll be a Carterton scrum.
I know it's going to sound a little bit crazy, but my player of the day is going to be Stan Wright. It's going to be the loose head from Marist. I know the winning team usually gets it, but I just think he's been phenomenal. Like, he's still going. He's had so many carries. His work
minutes
at the ruck, his scrummaging. Like, he's going great, that big fella.
All right, Carterton with the scrum feed. They are right on halfway, right on the dot as the time continues to tick over on the clock at 81 minutes, 46 seconds. Surely this has got to be last play.
Yeah, for sure.
Daryl Pickering, hold your head up, mate. You've done well at halfback to control these guys. The ball's flicked out. Oh, it's gone backwards. Carterton kick it out. Is that it?
It is fitting that a Seti Walker kicks it out, BG.
Referee Payne says full time. Carterton are your 2022 Moose Kapene Cup champions, 32-24 after 82 minutes of rugby. Tony, you go back, that card certainly cost Marist a try early on in the first half. But the consistency around tight defence and strong carries for Carterton has got them to where they are.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. So all 3 of Marist tries, 2 of them were absolutely incredible breaks by Charles Matiatai at centre.
Yep.
And then one was from pressure. So all Carterton's tries, I won't say that because one of Aseri Walker's rest were built through pressure.
Yeah.
From territory and pressure and doing the right stuff, being in the right end of the field. Carterton absolutely a deserved champion of this game. They had a set game plan. They knew what they were doing. They went out. They are obviously a well-coached, well-together team. And what you said about their defence, they're very connected.
Oh, very.
They look after their inside and outside shoulders well. So, yeah, really agree, BG.
Neil Roger, Garth Thompson, hold your heads up. Garth is a very quiet, sort of humble guy. He's been involved in rugby for a number of years, actually, at both age group and at senior level. And Garth, I think you can put that big, giant smile on your face, mate. That was an outstanding effort.
And after Carterton going down last year to Greytown in an epic final, Carterton comes back next year and does the job.
Yep.
Really, really good.
Yeah, Marist deserved finalists too. They've had a fantastic season.
I think they've probably, to be fair, they've been the club season team of the year. Like they've, I know East Coast won that first round, but I went and watched Marist, and they were a nice side. They've been very good.
And they're consistently improving.
Yep, they are.
Talking to Neil before the game, and he just said, our season has been up and down, but it all comes down to what you do on one day.
Yep. It sure does.
In the big game.
In the big dance, and that's what it's all about. It's a team that copes with the pressure the best. And you saw Pickering, I thought, do a couple of really good things in the last 7 minutes. Marist were putting pressure on. He took a mark. He waited a whole minute. His forwards came back. He just slowed it all down. Then when they got down here inside the Marist 30, they just went through lots and lots of sets. They just retained possession for about 2 minutes. That's just experience.
Yeah, it is.
They've just been around a long time and they know what to do, Like, really, really good stuff from Carterton.
Look, and I think, you look back at the questions asked, at the passes given, of everything else. Hold your head up, Daryl Pickering.
Yep.
He controlled that game very, very well from 9.
Absolutely, absolutely. Pickering for me was outstanding. Jack Loader's carrying.
Yep.
He had so many carries. His work rate was huge when we had the ball in hand. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Tapo Lela Manu, he had a really strong game. I mean, and like you said earlier, if you could play that, even give it the whole Carterton and forward pack, they worked really hard. Marshall Loeb had the better of his battle with with Michael Brown.
So, and then you take a look at earlier, all the players stepped up at varying times.
Yep.
Bar a couple like Jack Loader and that were consistent throughout the game. But when you take a look at the likes of Mike Clogue earlier, several carries, he was involved in absolutely everything. Then he just got on with his job.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. That's exactly. And then they had the brilliance of Aseri Walker out the back, who, apart from a couple of knock-ons, when he got that ball in space, look out, he was just absolutely devastating, just ripped them to pieces.
Like you said, Stan Wright, absolutely outstanding game from him.
Yeah.
I thought Tuolevi played very, very well till he went off. Marcus Ali was another one. Sully Malatai, it was a shame to see him go off. Obviously,
it was.
Because I think that affected. We didn't see a lot of him in this game.
No.
Would have liked to have seen more. Charles Mataitai, though, wow. I mean, your tries, mate, were absolutely outstanding.
Outstanding.
And I know that Mickey Tafari will be gutted with that drop ball.
Yeah.
Just gutted. But, look, that's finals footy. The pressure gets to you, things happen. And there is a winner and a second place at the end of the day. So, congratulations to Carterton, our 2022 Moose Kapene champions, and deservedly so.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well done, Carterton. Stand up. They did really, really well. I also feel a little bit for young Zach Wakefield. The other Logan who couldn't be here today. He had a couple of broken bones in his foot. He also played for the New Zealand Barbarians with Tapo Lela Manu.
The only Heartland players to make that side, too.
Yes, in the whole country.
Yeah.
So, and that Barbarian side went on and won the New Zealand Under-20 tournament against the Blues, the Hurricanes.
Yes, they did.
And they actually played so well, they got a player in the New Zealand Under-20s. Cahill from Canterbury, who didn't make the Canterbury team, played so well, he actually made the New Zealand team. So, yeah, interesting stuff.
I'll tell you, once again, it's been a pleasure, mate. I look forward to the representative season.
Absolutely, BG.
Certainly thoroughly enjoyed that, and we'll certainly, I think the defensive effort from Carterton is really going to be shown. They very rarely did they overcommit to the ruck. It only happened once or twice, but their coaching has been much to our cameraman, our sound technician, our sideline commentators, and Mark, the meteorologist Childs. Thank you so much for all your efforts. It's been outstanding. To Toby, our wonderful sound engineer, thanks, mate, and to Domino's for feeding the backs. Love your work.
Carterton deserved that. Carterton deserved that. What was that? What did that look like?
If I could lead the lost, maybe the rest will follow. A broken bridge to cross, a bitter pill to swallow.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and what a day at Trust House Memorial Park. We've seen 4 fantastic finals. It's been absolutely outstanding, so congratulations to not only all the teams for making their respective finals, but to the crowd, to the audience for being here today and making it just an amazing atmosphere. It's been absolutely brilliant. Carterton, I know you're celebrating and there'll be loads of time for that later, but if we could get you to come in, and Marist, likewise, if we could get you guys to come on over, we will get our presentations underway.